We're all after the same thing, right? Happiness. It's this universal goal we all share. But what if the very way we're going about it, this constant chase, is the exact thing keeping us from ever actually finding it? So let's start with this huge question. Are you chasing happiness, like it's some prize you have to catch? Or are you building it right where you are, day by day? Honestly, shifting from chasing to building, that changes everything. Okay, so first, let's talk about this trap that so many of us fall into, the happiness chase. It's this belief that happiness is waiting for us at some finish line, something we have to find or earn or achieve before we're finally allowed to have it. This really lays out the whole misunderstanding perfectly. We're sold this myth that happiness is a destination. Once I get that promotion or once I buy the house, then I'll be happy. But the truth? It's not a place you arrive at. It's a skill you practice. It's like a muscle you have to build from the inside out every single day. Exactly. It's not some lightning strike of joy that just happens to you. It's built slowly, piece by piece, through what you think and what you do. It's not treasure you find, it's a home you construct. So, how do we actually start building? Well, it all begins with this first pillar, mastering your own mind. It's all about winning the inner game, because that's where happiness really truly takes root. Winning this inner game really boils down to 5 core skills: learning to accept yourself, anchoring yourself right here in the present, letting go of what's behind you, taming that constant worry, and finally, getting a handle on your own thoughts. Let's dig into a couple of these. This whole thing starts by turning that inner critic into an inner ally. See, your inner enemy, it just obsesses over every little mistake. But your inner ally, it sees mistakes as lessons. It's not about being perfect, it's about being on your own team while you grow. I mean, think about it. You spend more time with yourself than with anyone else on the planet. That relationship has to be a supportive one. Ah, this is such a powerful way to frame it. So many of us are trapped in a prison we built ourselves, chained to old regrets and mistakes. But the key is to realize the past is a teacher, not a jailer. The whole point is to learn the lesson and then put down that heavy weight so you can finally move on. And that flows right into living in the present. Because while your mind is off worrying about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow, you're missing the only thing that's real, right now. Real happiness isn't hiding in the future. It's what you experience in the present when you finally decide to show up for your own life. Okay, so once you start mastering that inner game, the next step is to redefine how you relate to the world outside. This is our second pillar, all about our connections with other people. And this involves 4 pretty big shifts in how we see things. We gotta break free from that comparison trap, let go of resentment, really invest in genuine connections, and embrace kindness. Comparison is just a total happiness thief. You're looking at someone else's perfectly curated highlight reel and stacking it up against your own messy, behind-the-scenes footage. Think of it like this. You're climbing your own mountain. If you're constantly looking over at how fast everyone else is climbing their mountain, you'll never stop to appreciate the view or how far you've already come. The only person you should be competing with is who you were yesterday. And what about holding grudges? This analogy is just perfect. Holding on to anger is literally like forcing yourself to carry a heavy rock everywhere you go. It doesn't hurt the other person, it just wears you out. Forgiveness isn't something you do for them, it's a gift of peace you finally give to yourself. When it comes to our relationships, the focus has to shift from quantity to quality. True happiness isn't built on a long list of social media followers, it's built on a few real connections where you feel seen and supported. Investing our limited time and energy into those deep relationships, that's what truly makes life rich. All right, so we've worked on our inner world and we've worked on our relationships with the outer world. Now for our third and final pillar, where we bring it all together. This is all about cultivating joy through small, daily habits, turning these big ideas into how you actually live your life. And here are the building blocks, starting with gratitude, prioritizing your own self-care, finding a sense of purpose, staying curious and always growing, and this one is huge, learning to savor the small, everyday moments. Gratitude isn't just some passing feeling, it's an active practice. And it is so simple. Just this one tiny habit, pausing at the end of the day to name 3 good things, it literally trains your brain to start looking for the positive instead of always focusing on the negative. It's a simple act that can completely rewire your outlook over time. And of course, you can't build anything on a shaky foundation. That's why taking care of your mind and body is just non-negotiable. It's about finding that balance of movement, enough sleep, quiet moments for yourself, and that positive self-talk we mentioned earlier. Your mind and body are the only home you'll ever truly have. You've got to take care of it.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. If you're always waiting for the big, flashy moments, the wedding, the vacation, the promotion, you're going to spend most of your life just waiting. Real life happens in between, in all those small, ordinary moments. A good cup of coffee, a phone call with a friend, a quiet walk. True happiness is learning to find the beauty right there.
So, after going through these three pillars, mastering our minds, redefining our world, and cultivating joy, it all really comes down to one thing: turning all this knowledge into action. Ultimately, this is the shift. This is the whole ballgame. Happiness is not a destination on a map that you eventually get to. It's a garden you tend to, a muscle you strengthen, a skill you practice every single day. And that leaves us with one last question. Not for tomorrow, not for next week, but for right now, today. What is the one small thing you're going to do to start building your own happiness?